This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Diggity dank. Come on.
Hello and welcome back to an episode of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me as always is...
Hi, I'm Kristen.
And the cat.
There she is.
Look at that cat. Anyway, yes. Tonight, whenever you're listening to this, we're going to be reviewing what's more Batman Reborn stuff. This time, we're going to be covering Justice League of America 49 through 60. So yes, broad overview. But our Miss Kristen also got something new at the store.
Ta-da! Robin, 80 years of the Boy Wonder. 5 years ago, there was 75 years, and now, 5 years after 75 comes 80. We have 80 years. And it says on the back, Robin the Boy Wonder, the most famous sidekick of all. The most famous sidekick ever.
Yeah, it's a hardcover 80th to go along with that other special that came out.
Read iconic stories from 8 decades of superheroics starring Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Stephanie Brown, Damian Wayne.
I'm going to have to get that. It'll go right on the shelf alongside my Action Comics 80th and Detective Comics 80th anniversary.
Yep. And it features commentary by Peter J. Tomasi, Denny O'Neil, Chuck Dixon, and Burt Ward.
Holy star-packed cavalcade, Batman.
You're darn right, Phil. You're darn right. It does, and it includes... I feel like this was also in the 75th one, to be honest.
Probably. I mean, it's the first Robin story, of course.
Yeah, but then it has... But I was saying it includes this gem that we reviewed earlier, Teen Titan with the Gargoyle.
Back from, like, the beginning of the year. Seems like 100 years ago, because I think that might have been pre-COVID we covered that.
Oh my God, I think it was. Back when we had no idea what we were in for.
So yes, that was sometime before the middle of March. Yes.
Yeah. It also happens to come right after Burt Ward giving his speech.
And I know you...
So yes, again, it also has a couple... we have Strike While the Campus is Hot, which is right after Dick goes to college. Him dealing with all those hippies and whatnot in there. But he's still billed as Robin the Boy Wonder. This is a little... He didn't immediately get upgraded to Teen Wonder when he went to college.
I see. Wait a minute. All these are out already? I saw a Joker hardcover, but there's also a Flash and Green Lantern one out already?
Well, they're all 70.
I thought they would have made a bigger deal about announcing all these already, but I guess not.
Guess you're right with the COVID. Oh, and then we have something. Then Denny O'Neil, but this Denny O'Neil is a repeat from something that was originally published in Batman: A Death in the Family. So his is about Jason. And actually, for those of you who like Jason, they have some pretty good ones in here. They actually have another one that we reviewed.
Oh, yes.
In our thing, 368. Yep. A Revenge of Rainbows, which is a... What's-his-face? Crazy Quilt. And then we've got, boom, Dick's coming in and saying, Jason, you be Robin. Bruce, you've just received a profound gift, Jay. Put it on. So beautiful. And then that actually came before Jason's new origin story.
Oh, yes. I found that it's on Amazon.
Also, then Jason has some new origin stories in Batman 410, Two of a Kind.
So you said you got that at the store, right?
Yeah, I saw it on Amazon, and then I went and bought it from... my comic book store. Because they have this... Because they have a thing that I can use to order stuff, like, through the computer.
Oh, wait. Stop the press. It's breaking news. I'm looking at this on Amazon, and you scroll down, you know, past the price and add the cart and all that.
Yeah.
And it's like frequently bought together, and it's like the other hardcovers. But under you might also like, guess what the first choice that came up under you might also like is Dick Grayson Boy Wonder.
Oh, snap! You might also like it.
Yeah, see, first one on the left there. You might also like Dick Grayson Boy Wonder.
Excellent. And it looks like it mostly has lots of stars, so that's good. It also includes the Gauntlet in here, which we also reviewed on this show. You're
killing me here. I want to get this book, but I'm like, I have half these issues.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have almost all of these. I mostly bought it because, yeah, and it includes that one with little Damien where he's like, I'm a bat, you know, the one.
Yes.
He's wearing the, no, there, that one. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you probably have almost all the issues, but for me, it was good because I share a lot of the issues with my dad.
Yes.
So now I have these ones. It has a Super Sons issue, which I wasn't reading. And then it includes this one, which just came out, I think.
Which one is that?
The Precedent. It came out in 2019, I think.
So.
I think that was in one of the 80th anniversary things, maybe.
I mean, I guess that's kind of nice, Batman. But I'm like, you know, if I'm buying a book like that, I want some of the older stuff that maybe I might not have, you know.
Right, yeah. The Precedent was from Detective 1000. Well, I mean, they have Detective Comics 165 from November 1950 and Operation Escape, Star Spangled Comics number 124 from January 52, and some beautiful words from Burt Ward, so, you know.
So, yeah, so
it's aesthetically pleasing. See, aren't those nice end pages? All the different Robin designs. Oh, and look at this. Look at what the actual so like here's the
covers.
What do they call that? The paper cover, slip cover, or whatever.
Dust cover or something.
Yeah, that's pretty slick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty hot.
So yeah, go buy that, and while you're on there, it'll say you might also go pick up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder. Also, I'm gonna have to write a review because they all have 5-star reviews. So Dick Grayson Boy Wonder. So yeah, go pick up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder and write a review.
Awesome. Yeah. This is good. Like I said, it's pretty. It's nice. It's nice quality. So even if you have some of them, here's the list of what's in here. The full list.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I was gonna say, I think on the Amazon listing it had the issues that are in there too.
Yeah, usually it does.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna have to
say I think it's always good. I like to try to buy the Robin stuff, so DC knows. Yeah, you know how it is. You know how it is with companies. You got to vote with your money. So.
That's right. So yeah, I
no
think
matter how many times we're like, we love Robin, we love Dick Grayson, they're like, yeah, well, you better pay for it.
I think I'm gonna count up, be like, how many issues in here don't I have? Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy that, and I'm gonna see like the Joker, Flash, and Green Lantern ones. If there's enough issues in there I don't have, yeah, I probably might get some of those too.
Well, and Wonder Woman should be getting one coming out in 2021 because I think that's when she's 80. So
was it 41 or 40? I can't remember.
I think it might have been early 41. So there you go.
Where's the Justice Society one?
I was gonna say, but that's a good segue. All those people you named, Green Lantern and Flash and Wonder Woman, they happen to be in the Justice League. Maybe not this Justice League.
Yes.
They're often associated with the Justice League.
So yeah, so this is, like I said, Justice League 49 through 60. It starts November 2010 and runs right up until when New 52 starts. So yes, this was the last. These were the last issues before New 52. So
October 2011. Look at what's on the back.
Oh Lord, Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, actually, what was so bad about this Green Lantern movie?
I don't know. There was just it was too goofy. They tried to cram in too much. Parallax should have been its own thing. Come on, Hot Wheels track. Come on.
I mean, I only saw it once. I mean, I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't.
See, it was so good. I only saw it once.
I wasn't amazed. I mean, I wasn't amazed, but I didn't feel like it was a dumpster fire.
I don't know if it was a complete dumpster fire. It wasn't that 2015 Fantastic
Four. The way people acted about it, they were like, "Oh my god, it's an abomination."
Have you watched Deadpool or Deadpool 2?
Yes. Oh yes. All right. So I guess Well, we can't talk about all of them because it's too many issues. I went through and put little bookmark tabs on the things I wanted to highlight because I'm a nerd like that.
Well, I like that, like, I mean, it starts off issue 49, so, I mean, I guess we can start there, but I like that, like, Dick kind of had, I don't know if it was like a mentor role or just like a friend role with Supergirl.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask about that because I feel like has Supergirl also had some kind of reinventions or something? Has she been kind of aged down at times?
I mean, she was killed off in Crisis on Infinite Earths because for some reason they wanted Superman to be the only Kryptonian. But yeah, they kind of brought her back in, what was that, 2003 or 4, something like that. Yeah, and when they came back, she was. That version was kind of younger than the one that they killed off in Crisis.
Okay, that's what. Because wasn't she Linda Danvers or at one point? Or no, was that Power Girl? Wasn't somebody Linda Danvers?
No, yeah, Supergirl was Linda Danvers. Yeah.
Okay, but now she's Kara.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. That's where I was a little.
Yeah, now she just kind of uses the same first name because on Krypton she was Kara Zor-El. Now she's Kara Danvers. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was wondering about that because I felt like I'd seen some Supergirl stuff from, I guess, back. Obviously, it must have been back before Crisis. And then there's that one, I think it might be The Outsiders. There's an issue where Kara is in it and the cover has, or somewhere in the issue, Nightwing's like, because she's doodling like Kara plus Nightwing or whatever. And I was thinking, this doesn't totally fit with the Supergirl that I remember from before, but okay. Well, now I know. So, yeah, no, this one, it starts off really well with Kara's helping Dick in the bunker. She's taking in that giant saxophone. Because whenever you have giant props, that's when you need your Kryptonian friend.
Oh yeah,
help you get it into your nest, your dragon lair, where you put it together. And then he's saying she's lonely. I can tell. Smiles and bright eyes, but lonely. So he invites her to eat some of Alfred's food. Oh, which is nice. And and they kind of those two bookend the issue.
But you get some nice Donna stuff in this too with Donna.
Yeah, you get really good Donna stuff in this issue. Yeah, and so then they talk about whether you're the type of person who moves on or you can't move on when it comes to loss. But yeah, it's really good. It's a really good Donna. It's a really good Donna issue. And I feel like it's easier reading the Donna issue if you, of course, know stuff about Donna, obviously. But at the same time, it gives you a little bit of a crash course because Boogeyman gets into her brain and then you see hints of all the stuff that's gone before and all the loss that she has faced. Because Donna really has had a lot of people die on her.
Yep. Her husband or her son, yeah.
Although, can I just say, it annoys me a little bit. This is not with Donna. This is a critique. Why, when they modernize stuff, why do they have to make Raven's outfit like that? All, sexy with cuts and stuff. Stuff in it.
I don't know if that's just because, too, she was kind of I don't know. Again, this isn't an excuse, but, she was kind of reincarnated. She came back as, a teenager, I think.
I was going to say, wasn't Raven de-aged at one point?
Yeah. That was this time. That time period.
Okay. Yeah, well, hasn't she been de-aged again? So she's closer to Damian's age now?
I mean, yeah, after, New 52, I think they kind of de-aged her again, too, yeah.
Man, poor Raven, she can never grow up. Because, it's definitely very different. And you can tell they're kind of playing with that one in the Titan show, the younger Raven, because of course, New Teen Titans, she and Dick are, I guess they're the same age. I don't know. Raven's part demon, so how old are you?
Yeah. But I like that conversation at the end. Like you said, they bookend the whole thing with Dick and Kara, and she's just like, does it ever get easier losing people? And she's like, I guess it depends on the kind of person you are if you can move on. She's like, like Bruce can't move on.
Yeah, she's like, oh, like you. He's like, yeah, I can move on. I try to, but other people can't. And yeah, she's like, oh, like Bruce? It's like, yeah, I guess. So there's that. And then, so we go to 50.
Yeah, well, 50 through 53 is like, yeah, it's like the battle with the crime syndicate.
Yup, which is the same crime syndicate that comes popping back up, yes, in Forever Evil, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, unless they tweak something with after New 52, but I mean, yeah, pretty much it's the same crime syndicate.
I mean, Owlman's the same. I can't remember if it's still low. But yes, like you said, here's the roll call of the Justice League, and it's Dick Batman, and then female Supergirl, your Kryptonian's female, obviously your Amazon's female, you have a female Green Lantern, and a female Speedster.
Yep. Ooh, and pencil by Mark Bagley, my favorite Spider-Man artist.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
No spiders in this one, though. Okay, so what I like to highlight when they're talking, so another Green Lantern shows up, and they're trying to explain the multiverse. Donna's talking about how she went on this journey, and I love the comment where she says, oh wait, that's my second one. Well, I'll do that one, and then we can talk about the more important one. Where she's saying, like, oh yeah, I went through we're looking for Ray Palmer. And she says, the hunt for Ray Palmer, me, Jason Todd, the Red Hood to you guys, and Dick in the Bag goes, yeah, I think I've heard of him. I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
But the extra awesome part of this one is Dick and Donna training, having their little chat.
Oh, yeah.
About, oh, it's fun being like this, blah, blah, blah. And Donna says, the bottom line, Dick, is that you let us then, that's my Titan days, and you lead us now. And I'd follow you to hell if I had to.
Yep.
Oh. And then their alarm goes off, the alarm, and he's like, well, maybe this will take us to hell. And it kind of does a little.
So, yes, they made
And then, for our readers, in case they haven't read it, so then the crime syndicate shows up. And so, it's not exactly equivalent.
Well, it's like...
But, like, isn't it still Clark? Like, Ultraman, who's the Superman, is still Clark. But Superwoman, who's the Amazon, is actually called Lois.
Yeah.
At least in this. So they're close, but not exactly.
It's not exactly the exact person. Like, Owlman is like Thomas Wayne. He's like that universe's Batman's brother, or Bruce Wayne's brother.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, Thomas Wayne Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then what's the Speedster called?
Johnny Quick, which is kind of weird for Jessie because not only does he have the same name as her father, I guess she said it looks like her father too.
Yeah, that's creepy. That's real creepy. But then the guy who's their Green Lantern equivalent is called Power Ring.
Yeah, and I guess his ring is like his ring is like more mystic. His ring is more mystical than like, alien. So yeah, there's like some kind of mystic entity in it or something.
But I just want to point out that Power Ring is a super cheesy name.
I know, it's like, you're an assassin and you call yourself Gun or something.
But yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, you guys really phoned it in there, Crime Syndicate, with, okay, Ultraman, alright, Superwoman, okay, Owlman, yeah, not bad, but Power Ring, come on.
But I mean, this is like
surely you could do better.
I know, but I mean, this is kind of like a neat issue, a neat arc because, Dick's Justice League is basically facing off against evil versions of that classic league,
Yeah, no, it is really cool. It is really cool. Yeah, and this sets it all up. Here they come, striding out. Bad guys in town. Oh, no.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fighting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's what happens when bad guys like this show up. Lots of fighting. And then they're, like, working with somebody. Oh, no, they zap the Omega Man out. He comes back. There's Donna and Superwoman on the back. So at the end of this issue, yes, as Phil said, the bad people, the crime syndicate, the bad equivalents of the, like, Bruce, Clark, Diana. I assume, do you think it's supposed to be Hal? Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
I think so, or a close variation. Yeah, because I know there was yeah, because like it's weird because like their universe kind of mirrors ours because there was at one point Jon Stewart was on the team and somehow like this power ring gets killed and they get like a black power ring, so they mirror our universe.
So do you think Johnny Quick is supposed to be analogous to the Johnny Quick in the main universe, or do you think he's supposed to be more of a Barry Allen type?
I would assume he's supposed to be Johnny Quick just because Jesse said he looks in, you know.
It looks like it, yeah.
Her dad, yeah.
But anyway, at the end of this, Owlman done some shenanigans. Natch. Who else would you expect than the Batman equivalent? And it's this some kind of machine, and the Omega Man comes out. Yes, sound good.
Yeah, it has. I think is this like Infinite Crisis stuff because I think they're using some kind of one of the antennas that Alexander Luthor was using. You know.
Yes, yeah, and they say, "Oh, we want to bring Alexander Luthor back" or something, but that's a lie.
Yeah, because like in the original Crisis, they showed I don't think they showed it before that, but I just remember from like the first couple pages of Crisis in the 80s, like on the Crime Syndicate's Earth, their main enemy was a good Lex Luthor.
Oh, okay.
Who was married to Lois Lane. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, and they were talking about that's one of their disagreements is Ultraman says we need to give up our Earth, the Earth they came from, and take a new Earth.
Yeah.
And Owlman's like, no, I don't want to do that. That's what they're arguing about in front of other people, though. Then this one happens.
And then I guess...
I didn't actually highlight anything in this one. I just was like, oh, lots of fighting.
Yes. But no, and then 51, I think, is it Power Ring, I guess, made Jade's powers run out of control. Because the Star Heart, which powers her and her dad, there was weird things going on with that through this whole run, but...
Yeah, and that had something to do with Blackest Night, right? Or is it a different...
Kind of, sort of. Well, there was like an arc right before what we were covering. Yeah, I mean...
Oh, yeah, that's true, because 49's not Dick's first issue.
Yeah, no.
League.
Yeah,
right, okay, yeah.
But yeah, then, so they were fighting in Washington, D.C. It's covered by, a giant green bubble, so all these other heroes are trying to crack through, like Superman and Flash, and...
Yeah.
Well, there's
Blue Jay comes in from a different Earth, I guess?
Yeah.
Kara ends up going bad.
But I just love how the heroes are like, oh no, what's going on in there? We gotta get in there, save the world. And Superman's like, there's hope. That team in there is the Justice League of America. They're new to it, sure, but they aren't new to this level of adversity. None of them are. I know that they'll come through.
Way to go, Superman. Mm-hmm. What a good speech. Inspirational.
The only way it could have been better if he would have been like, I trust the man leading them. I would trust my life to that man.
That might have been a little too dramatic.
So yeah, we see Dick fighting Owlman some more. Which again is, pretty cool. You see how capable Dick is fighting an evil Batman. Right, yeah, it really comes to a head in these last two. Yeah. Because... And I'm like, I think it's cool that he's like used to all this cosmic stuff, but I guess, the Titans did enough cosmic stuff. Man, there was some crazy cosmic stuff happening in the Titans. Yeah. Raven, her dad, that's some crazy cosmic stuff right there. Between demons and aliens and yeah. Exactly, yeah. Well, and Brother Blood had some kind of... Yeah. Weird cosmic-y stuff on the side. Anyway, so you think Kara, Dark, Supergirl, you think she's just kind of being, whoa. leaning into her, to her devil may care attitude by when Dick says, you'll have to choose a side. She kisses him. Whoa! But you'll see there's some strategy involved. Yep. Then at the end, it's really I would say it's really number 53 where we really see how Dick playing the long game. That's where it's like obvious for us. But at the end, when it's getting really bad, and the Omega Man's like, you can't stop me, ha ha ha. Well, yeah, because both teams look like they're teaming up because it looks like Dick makes a deal with Owlman. Yep.
I have only one choice. And kneel before the Omega Man. Oh,
yeah.
Gasp. That was a really good cliffhanger to end it on.
Oh, yeah.
I would say. I mean, I'm glad that I was reading this later. Like, I mean, I've had these for a while,
so you
but
didn't have to wait for the
I didn't actually realize that Justice League wasn't on my radar initially when Dick was Batman.
Yeah.
And then people were like, oh, he was in Justice League. I was like, oh, right. And so then I got them. So, yeah, I didn't have to wait. I wasn't like, oh, no, I have to wait for the next month. I got it later.
I mean, the thing I like overall about this Justice League arc, it's like even more so than I think the Bat books of this time. Like, he didn't have to pretend to be Bruce. It was they're basically like, yeah, you're Batman, but you're like, you know, a different Batman.
Right, yeah. Because, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Because with the Justice League, I feel like with the Justice League, you are less, I mean, the same group of heroes you're interacting with, but in terms of civilians and enemies, it's much often different because you're dealing with these intergalactic threats, helping out aliens. The aliens didn't know what you were like before. Yeah. You know, they're not like the cops and the criminals in Gotham. And I'm like, why is this guy smiling more and doing more flips?
And I'm pretty sure the whole team, the whole Justice League knew who his identity at this point. So it's like, yeah, he didn't have to pretend with them or anything.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously the main people he's working with.
Yeah.
Donna, Kara, Jesse, Jade, or Jenny, excuse me, they all know.
But I'm like, if they all know, why couldn't you tell Gordon?
Because you always have to pretend that Gordon doesn't know, even though you know that Gordon knows.
I know.
Gordon has to have plausible deniability just in case something goes south and the mayor or somebody's like, you need to arrest Batman. Oh, well, I will once I figure out who it is.
And then Jenny thinks Dick's a coward because he kneeled to the Omega Man.
Yeah, they're really playing it up.
But then it looks like Owlman betrays them, of course.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I can't believe you double-crossed us." And Owlman's like, "You're dumb if you didn't think that." Yeah, Dick is playing it up a bit. I can't believe I trusted you, Owlman. Yeah, you really were outplayed. Oh, that's what you think, Owlman. Because then, boom, and who's the one thinking this? Oh yeah, Blue Jay. Who I don't really know much about Blue Jay. Let me read what he said, and then you can tell us who Blue Jay is, Phil.
I'm not too familiar with Blue Jay, but I do know.
Okay, awesome. Well, Blue Jay is some dude that pops up who's a hero and knows how to work this electronics.
He comes from another Earth. I know that.
Okay, there we go. All right, so Blue Jay did some stuff, tinkering with it, and then light, and I don't know. I think Omega Man gets sucked in or something. And Blue Jay says, "Of course, he had a plan the whole time. He's Batman. He always has a plan."
Yep.
And then you find out, oh, look, Kara wasn't really making out with him at all. She was whispering in his ear.
Mm-hmm. Basically, she was keeping an eye on Omega Man.
Yep. Batman never trusted Owlman. Knew he was a snake the whole time. His apparent acts of fear and weakness all a part of the ruse. A little overacted, if you ask me. Well, Dick is a born performer, so... And he performs on the stage where you gotta overact a little because people are far away from you.
Well, he was a performer as a child. Dick Grayson.
Exactly, that's what I said, but he's the performer that's, not in close-up. They always say, if you're if you're doing a stage show, a play, Broadway, something like that, your gestures and everything have to be bigger than if you're in a movie or a TV show.
Yes.
The camera's right up.
So basically, with the help of a resurrected Alexander Luthor, they booby trapped the thing that Omega Man was the machine he was using. That instead of destroying universes, and when he's sucked into the multiverse, every time he goes past one, it'll heal the universes.
Yep. Well, and they use the other Green Lantern.
Yes.
The kind of Green Lantern who popped up on the Earth because she has the power to resurrect you for redemption. Yep. So she resurrects Alexander Luthor.
So yeah, they drop the force field, and then look, everyone's all happy. I love that last page.
Yeah, they're like we did it, bravo, well done. And then Billy Gorilla, I give you The Justice League of America. Always good when they're talking in logos.
Mm-hmm. And Dick with just like that little smirk on his face.
Looking good. Alright, so that I liked. Not that this one was bad, but I liked this arc.
Yeah.
Much better. It was a little bit easier maybe to understand almost. And I think this Rise of Eclipso one is almost too long.
Yeah. I
think it's 6 issues.
Well,
and this one was not that many. Yeah. The Eclipso 6 issues, and this with Omega Man was 4. And that made a big difference, I think. I think that the Eclipso is almost dragging on a little bit too long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because Eclipso goes from 54 to 59, yeah.
Yeah. And like, I read, well, there's really not, I mean, this one's mostly setting it up. The Justice League don't appear in that first one, 54, all that much.
Nah, yeah, I know. There's just like a couple action shots in those first 2 pages, but yeah.
Yeah, so you get it laying out. So Eclipso is some kind of guy who can possess people's bodies.
He's kind of like, I don't know, he's like a demon or even like a fallen angel or something. I think the current version, they was kind of like, you know, he was the Spectre before the Spectre, you know?
Oh, yeah. Okay. And so then he gets his buddy Jade to help him out.
Yeah, he possesses a bunch of villains, yeah.
Right. Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to remember, was that Shadow Thief? Yeah. Shadow Thief, a Hawkman villain. Yeah, he possesses a bunch of villains, creates his own army, and then, oh yeah, the whole Starheart thing. Wait a minute, That's right. Because supposedly Alan Scott was on the moon because he couldn't. He was kind of paralyzed because I don't know the whole Starheart thing. But he was in the last issue. He was in that last.
Yeah, was he in that group shot?
Yeah, I swear he was with the heroes trying to break through that force field. Yeah,
might have been.
But yeah, the whole Starheart thing is a different thing than the Green Lantern chorus, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it has to do with why Jade can't be too close to her brother Obsidian, right?
Yeah. Oh, and then we get Dick and Kara in space.
Yeah, well, Dick has this sweet little rocket, and of course it gets blown up, and... Wait, where's the picture? And he has a cool little Batman spacesuit.
Yep.
Kind of Tron-esque.
Yes, they meet one of the Green Lanterns, then they get ambushed by Doomsday, it looks like.
Yep.
So meanwhile, Eclipso and his buddies are attacking the moon, where Jade and Donna are with Alan Scott. And then, was it Starman's call? Oh no. Yeah, Starman's at the tower calling for help, and Dick's like, we're a little busy.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty crazy.
So yeah, basically Dick and Kara are fighting Doomsday while Shade's trying to take over the city on the moon. But yeah, they dragged this out. Yeah, like you were saying, they dragged this out a little long, but again, too, this like kind of segues because the Eclipso story keeps going on in the Justice League 56, and then there's a whole thing with the whole Doomsday storyline with Cyborg Superman shows up, and that goes into Batman Superman Annual 5.
Yeah, so it branches off. So that one is not resolved in what we are watching.
Yeah.
Or reading, rather.
I mean, some of these covers, these covers are kind of sweet, but...
Yeah, this one made me excited, though. In 56, in the letter column, somebody wrote in from Toledo, Ohio.
Oh.
I don't know them, though. Maybe someday we'll meet Devin from Toledo, who wrote... I'd like to say the JLA books have been great.
That's all right.
Glad to hear it, Devin.
I think it was it last year? I think Matt, who's on the Quantum Zone with me, he wrote into the Guardians of the Galaxy comic, and they printed his letter.
Nice. I've never written a letter to the comic books. Have you?
I'm trying to remember. I might have written one or two when I was a kid, but yeah, I never got through.
That sucks.
I keep meaning to.
Do they even publish? They don't even been publishing letters in the new ones, though, have they?
It depends. depends. Like some of the Marvel ones, I don't know if it's up to the editor, but some of them do, some of them don't. At least over at Marvel, so I don't know.
I don't think they've had any in Nightwing.
I don't.
Of course, they probably wouldn't want to have any in Nightwing.
I was gonna say,
while everybody'd be like, "Please stop with this Rick storyline."
Exactly. They'll wait till after 75 if they do that. But yeah, no, I remember back in the day, it was all snail mail. So the letter pages would be about issues that were like, 3 to 6 months ago. Now it's like, you can email, and it's so there's letters from about the last issue.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
So yeah, more fighting on the moon.
I put a tab on something here. Oh yeah, so in 57, they're talking about Jeff and St. John. Yes, is that his name?
Oh, is it St. Walker?
St. Walker, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
St. Walker telling him stuff. And then Dick starts explaining how Jade is serving as Eclipso's connection between Shadow and Starheart, linking their energy, blah, blah, blah. And St. Walker says, you put that together, huh? You really are the world's greatest detective. And then Dick says, second best again now, thankfully, but thanks.
Yeah. But they bring in a bunch of reinforcements, including Cyborg.
Yeah. Woohoo!
But, oh no, see? Of course it's Dick, so we get a punny Batman, because St. Walker brings in Dick. He's like, oh, sorry guys, there's traffic on the freeway. Sorry we're late, there's traffic on the freeway.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta keep it light. Can't have it all be doom and gloom all the time.
But I just love, like Dick just like jumping over shades like dark tendrils or whatever.
Yeah.
Which
and Spectre popped up in this one.
Which, I'm not sure what kind of gravity they have going on near that city, but I was going to say, Dick could probably pull off some sweet acrobatic moves on the moon with its lesser gravity.
Yeah, that's true. It weighs practically nothing. Yeah, he'd be like... But maybe he has to be careful that he doesn't, like, float off.
That's true. But yeah.
That would be dangerous.
But yeah, they're making a stand in 56. That's when this Obsidian shows up. Jenny's brother.
Sweet. Yeah, that was my favorite one in that one, where he's saying second best again now, but thanks. So I thought, oh, that's nice. He's acknowledging Bruce is back.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's kind of funny because I feel like a lot of people would dispute whether Dick's actually second best or if he has to take third best after Tim. But whatever, it warmed my heart. Even if we could quibble.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not going to quibble. If DC wants to promote Dick to second best detective, awesome by me.
But yeah, the Spectre shows up, and we get basically Spectre battling Eclipso. Wow, that's a nice big 2-page splash.
Yeah.
But yeah, Batman's been coming up with a plan. So everyone knows what their roles are. We good?
Yep. It looks like the art is different in the next one, 58. Or maybe Robinson did just like the first few pages or something.
Well, no, Robinson's the writer, so yeah, I do believe it has changed.
Oh, okay, right.
Because it was that booth in 50.
Oh, yeah, okay, right. Yeah, it is different. Because the page that I had marked where they're talking about their plan, they just look really different.
Yeah.
From how they looked in the one before.
Yeah, no, 58, 59, and 60 are new artists, so.
Okay.
I don't know if they just did that. I don't know if they did that because they needed the artist somewhere else, or if because the reboots come in. Yeah. Yeah, because Dick looks, I don't know, like kind of boxier and honestly a little more Bruce-like in this one at least. In 50, whatever we are, 58. But what I love is when he's giving out their roles. They need to sneak into someone's skull. Huh? Excuse me, their brain. They need to go into the brain. Whose brain are they going into again? Wait, what issue is this? 58. Okay, I'm on 58. Oh yeah, the Atom and Starman are going to be shrunken to go into Shade's head, I think. Yes. Yeah, Shade's head. But I love when the Atom's talking and he's like, we won't be taking you into this. He's like, we have a different plan. We won't be sending you in the normal way. And Adam says,
no swimming through a sea of snot, tears, or earwax. Guys, I love this Batman. I thought that was cute.
Oh, yeah.
A reminder of how Dick has plans, but also he has nice plans. He's thinking, I mean, I think it's mostly about it will be a less noticeable diversion if they shoot those guys into his head. But he's also thinking of his teammates and how it would be nice not to have to climb through someone's snot. And, that's nice.
Yeah, because they're
that's the difference between Dick and Bruce.
They're basically fighting Eclipso to keep them busy, yeah, so that those two can go through Shade's brain, and then Donna gets stabbed, impaled.
Yeah, I like how when they go into his brain, how they kind of show the bad stuff, the Eclipso side is. All those creepy, looks like nasty spiders in his brain. Freaky. Yes. And then, gasp, Donna, even after they were talking about how Donna, because of all her suffering, she's been purified. And she gets stabbed. No! But she's gonna recover. But yeah, then we have it again they kind of repeat it in 59. Dick saying how Donna, you've been through all this pain and loss. You're the pure light that can save everyone. Mm-hmm. Way to go, Donna. Let's do it. So while they're cleaning the spiders out of the brain. Oh, yep. We've got an advertisement in here for the new 52.
Yeah, they free Shade. They're in Shade's brain. They free Shade, which frees everyone who Eclipso had under his power. Yep. They basically just wear down Eclipso until he turns back into Bruce Gordon.
I know. Correct me if his name was Bruce Gordon.
I know.
It feels like you should live in Gotham with a name like that.
Exactly. Oh yeah, and I love that Adam's like, oh yeah, the current JLA's been doing a great job, and I hope you remain in the Justice League as long as you want. And then the last page is just 5 weeks later. Dick's like, all right, this is our last meeting ever. Disbanding the Justice League.
Yup. Well, we already know. We already know what's coming, and then we get to this.
Yep.
Issue 60.
Yep, the last issue of this run. Yep. Last issue before New 52.
Yep, and everybody's talking through.
Oh yeah, they show some of these missions. I don't know if maybe this was just like Robinson's, if I could have kept going, this is what I would have done.
Oh, maybe, yeah. That's what I had next. Some robots.
Yeah, them fighting all these robots.
Yeah, maybe lots of jazzy stuff. And yeah, then everyone's explaining, we're ready to move on. We're not those people anymore. Jesse's gonna have a baby, which is cool.
And Supergirl's talking about leaving, and then Donna's like, I just don't feel it anymore.
Yep. And then Dick's like, yep, I was listening to you, but I'll be back as Nightwing soon. Batman Incorporated's taking up a lot of time.
Yep.
Let's get out of here.
So yeah, they're just showing some of these pages. Yeah, a Saturn Thanagar war. Dick, like you said, Dick's saying he's out too. I feel marking time, and he'll want me back as Nightwing soon. So yeah, we see people leaving, and I have a feeling like this last sequence was basically them, because when the New 52 first started, there was no sign of Donna, so it's
That's what I was gonna ask, because I was thinking. So yeah, he and Kara have a hug, and then it ends with Dick and Donna
teleporting out. Yeah.
Yeah, and right, and she right, and he's saying, I can guarantee not everyone is gonna forget you. And then Donna's like, it was fun, Dick. I'm glad I got to do it with you. He says, me too.
But all things must end.
They go away.
Aw.
Yeah, did Donna not come... I'm kind of forgetting now. Did Donna not come back till he had that Titans hunt?
They didn't bring her back right away. I'm trying to remember the exact point they brought her back, but I mean, it was at least a year or two, and then into that, they didn't. I think before they brought her back. So
yeah, well, because wasn't Wally West?
Well, it's like the minute New 50...
Or wasn't there like a different version of Wally for a while or something?
Well, that's the weird thing. It's like, okay, when New 52 started, like Tim's version of the Titans were running around with, which I think he had Beast Boy, which was weird. And then eventually when they brought back the original Titans, they're like, oh yeah, everyone, we got made to forget. So it was like Dick, Donna, you know. Basically everyone,
right,
but,
yeah.
Basically everyone but Cyborg, because he was like, in New 52, he was like a founding member of the Justice League, which makes no sense. And, you know, like basically erases his friendship with Beast Boy and everyone else in the Titans.
I know. It felt like he didn't have any friends in JLA.
Well, that's what I said. I'm like, I don't care if he's a member of the Justice League, but how about work up to it? Have him be a Titan first so he has those friendships.
Right, yeah. I mean, they could have had him be in Justice League and it be acknowledged like, yeah, he was a Titan before. And
he doesn't have to be there from day one.
Beast Boy was his buddy. Right, because it's not I mean, because you know, even as much as they try to pretend with the New 52, we started over. No, you didn't. You're just plopping us down into the middle of another universe because we've got at least 4 Robins running around, you know. I mean, you can't go back to 1940.
Yeah, no. I mean, like that was my problem. It was like they kind of like that was the problem with New 52. They cut out their biggest strength, which is like all these legacy characters and stuff, and they basically like, oh yeah, starting New 52. I mean, like Justice League and like Action Comics started earlier, but everyone else, they're like, oh yeah, we're 5 years into this universe. Okay, go. We'll fill you in on history as time goes on. It's like, really?
But yeah, which I feel like if you were filling us in on history as time goes on, why didn't we just stick with the universe we had?
And then it's like they wanted everything at day one, so it's like, you know, all right, we're 5 years into this universe, but already Dick, Jason, Tim, and Damian have been Robin. So it's like, what? So Bruce had like, what, a Robin a year or something?
Right, yeah, and how are they supposed to be different? Yeah, it just didn't really work.
Yeah, no. Yeah. And they, you know.
Well, and how Barbara was injured but done all her Oracle stuff and is already back. Like, I'm still kind of mad that, I'm glad that Barbara's there, but she was super cool as Oracle.
Although, I'm pretty sure, I don't think they're going to cripple her again, but it looks like they're saying after Batman 100, she may be doing, I don't know if it's part-time or what, but she's going to be maybe Oracle again, at least some of the time.
See, and that's fine, but I liked her as disability representation.
Exactly.
I would prefer that they gave her a different origin story for why she was paralyzed. Like, I don't know, couldn't it have been a car crash or something? I mean, not that I want to wish, you know, a bad thing, but I mean, it didn't. I feel like they didn't have to take out all of the good stuff to try to erase the bad, like, fridging thing from the Killing Joke. They could have just, I mean, people get injured in Gotham City in normal ways too. Everything doesn't have to be the work of a supervillain.
I mean, I think it would have been better. You know, basically Joker just comes to the door and shoots her. I think it would have been better if, like, you know, if like he was aiming at her dad and she like threw herself in the path.
Right, yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, you could have done something like that. Or he did it to her deliberately. Like, as in, he wanted to hurt her, not I am hurting you because I want to hurt your dad, because that's, like, the very essence of fridging. Let me do something to a woman to bring about man pain. Just so long as he didn't then, like, strip her naked. Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting in the stuff in 3 Jokers, and oh my god, that's a poop show over there. But
you don't like it?
It's just I've been reading. It's like there's multiple Jokers, and it's like what the world's greatest detective hasn't realized he's been dealing with more than one man for years. Really? Oh, and in issue 2 that came out last week, I mean, she shut him down pretty quick, but Jason kissed Barbara.
What?
I'm like, oh no, son, back off. That's not yours. No.
Yeah, she was not into it.
No, yeah, she says, oh, no.
Yeah. What the heck? Yeah, why do they have the Robins just going around kissing people?
I was gonna say, if she's kissing a Robin, she's kissing the best one, son.
Also, yeah, I would be really weirded out by that as Barbara. Like, I'm sorry, Jason. Just because I've kissed your older brother doesn't mean I also want to kiss you.
Exactly.
That's weird.
Exactly.
That's really weird. Like, I'm not community.
Exactly. Again, it's just like, oh, it's the girl going to pass her. I'm like, that's stupid. It's like, come on.
No, that is treating her like an object.
Exactly.
That's bad.
And it's.
I mean, if she wanted to date Jason, okay, a little bit weird, but I can't really see it happening. But
and again, how about some continuity? Jason's been kind of been dating another woman in the Red Hood book, so.
Right. Yeah. Well, they're getting so bad about that.
I know. Back in the day, they used to have like yearly meetings at least, and where they'd be like, if you were dealing with the same character in different books, you're like, okay, well, here's what I'm taking the character in my book. So they all made sure like all their books lined up.
Yeah. I think once when I were talking to, it might have been Dick Grayson about it, that even back when she was writing, they were not as hardcore about that with some of the characters, because if you remember, when she's writing, Dick's very much dating Barbara, and then okay, they break up, and then they're trying to get back together, and that. But over in Outsiders, they haven't been really flirty and stuff with and having sex once with Starfire.
Well, they were kind of I think they were possessed. Was it Trigon or something?
Oh, that's in Titans. That's later. Yeah, this is the one when Judd Winnick was writing him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then later on, they were possessed. Yeah.
Madness, but yeah, Barbara. I mean, I liked her as Oracle just because it was like an inspirational thing. It's like, yeah, she was shot. She's not going to get the use of her legs back, so she picks herself back up and reinvents herself.
Right, and it's important. I mean, we talk about how representation is important.
Exactly.
And it is important. So, people who need to use wheelchairs, they should be able to see themselves represented in superhero comics too. And they were, and she was a pretty badass superhero as well.
And again,
really awesome.
And again, you went years and years saying, oh yeah, it doesn't matter if she can walk or not, she's still a hero. And then the first thing you do is you turn around and do that. And it's just like, you had multiple Batgirls. If you want a Batgirl, you had Cassandra Cain, you had Stephanie Brown.
Yeah. It just also seems to be part of their weird quest to make everybody so young.
Yeah, I mean, after a while, no matter what they do, they always try to go back to like the original versions of the characters, and it's just.
But I mean, Barbara now is. I mean, maybe I don't know how old they think she is, but she's kind of got a younger. I mean, she was 25 when they invented her, because then she ran for Congress, and you've got to be 25.
Yeah, and now it seems like she's probably maybe Dick's age.
Right. Yeah.
They're like more contemporaries. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and they're like both 21, 22.
Something.
I've seen some people say that she's younger than Dick now. I don't really know how you can tell, because I don't know if any of them have actually. They could careful to never actually say their age.
I mean, they had her running like her own small company for a while, and now she was doing work for, was it a congresswoman or something? I mean, so I would assume she would have to be.
I mean, is she in college or or out of college?
No, I think she's out of college now. So that's what I'm saying. She's got to probably be like early 20s at least.
Right.
Again. Well, I think these days they try to keep it vague. So.
Oh yeah, I mean they've always tried really hard to keep it it vague.
Even more so now.
Yeah.
All right. So, final thoughts.
Anyway,
final thoughts on this Justice League.
Final thoughts. It's a good run. I would say though, if you have a limited amount of time, most definitely read 50, 51, 52, 53. Yeah, 50 through 53. 49 and 60, not bad, but the Crime Syndicate and with the Omega Man is really good. In general, it's a really good one.
Oh, yeah.
With Donna, but also, if you like reading stuff about Dick Grayson, which obviously you do if you're listening to this, then you'll like it, because it does highlight, how Dick is Batman, and Batman always has a plan for that.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
What are your final thoughts, Phil?
Like you said, I mean, it's good. Yeah, Dick, very Batman-esque, in the planning and the strategy, but he's like I said, even more so than the Bat books. He's really his own man over here.
Yeah, and he's definitely more fun than Bruce would be. And you get lots of great quotes about, I love this new Batman and stuff. Everybody else appreciates the fun.
I mean, you could almost switch out that bat suit for his Nightwing suit and you really wouldn't miss much. It would pretty much almost be the same thing. Yeah.
But we can't have that because of marketing, I assume.
Well, and in the Bat books, they still had him as Batman. So that's the thing. Like,
well, right, but...
That's one of the weaknesses of like the team books. It's like, you know, if people have like their own solo series, you kind of have to go where they're going with it, you know.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we have to remember that always it's about the real world and the marketing in that world.
Oh yeah, money talks. Yes.
So yeah, that's definitely part of the reason that they're like, oh, we got to reset this. That this Justice League is a really great Justice League for people who are into comics and are into these characters.
Yeah. And
who have kind of more background knowledge, but it's not a good Justice League if all you'd ever seen was, although I realize this came before the Justice League movie, but if all you'd ever seen was the Justice League movie and then you picked up this Justice League, you'd be confused.
I'm pretty sure James Robinson is like a big fan of like DC history and stuff. And again, this was like the last run before New 52. So I wonder if they were just like, oh yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out, whatever you want to do, because, you know, it's
right. And I think it would be fun probably to write if they were like, you can write a team book and you could pick who you wanted to be on the team instead of it being, this is the team, write the book. Yeah.
Well, and again, too, I think it was like, you know, Batman, Superman, maybe even Wonder Woman. They were all off doing different stuff in their own books. So, yeah, they're like, hey, you can't have Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman. And you're like, oh, well, kind of can.
Right.
But, yeah.
Right. And so it's kind of like, it's a fun experiment, kind of like with Dick and Damian as Batman and Robin. It was kind of a reversal. And this was a much there are people who get along. I mean, you know, like Wonder Woman, she's good, and Clark, you know, Superman, they get along well. They work and play well with others. But Batman doesn't always. They don't always write Hal Jordan as working and playing well with others. So this was a much less confrontational Justice League.
Oh man, Justice League in like the 1987. They got Bruce as Batman on the team. The Green Lantern was Guy Gardner, who was like basically a huge jerk at that point.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of Guy. Yeah. Doesn't Batman punch him or something?
Oh yeah.
Or does he punch Batman?
Well, Guy Gardner's always mouthing off, and like eventually he's just like he takes off his ring and he's like, "Oh yeah, Bats, let's go!" And Bruce just decks him with one punch.
Right. Yeah. Like you're not going to see that in this Justice League.
No.
And I think to round us out, speaking of Guy Gardner, have you seen the meme going around on the internet where it's supposed to be some guy saying, you know, oh, what's up with women? You know, your Superman is here and you don't recognize him. I guess nice guys finish last, something like that, whatever. And some woman goes, oh, you think you're Clark Kent? You can't hold a candle to Clark Kent. And it's, you know, here you guys are being Guy Gardner thinking you're a Clark Kent.
That's funny.
And then the reply to that is, that's the sickest burn ever. Burn. So.
All right. So, yes.
Everyone, don't be a Guy Gardner. Be a Clark Kent.
Or Dick Grayson.
Or Dick Grayson. Exactly. Just don't be a Guy Gardner.
That's true. All right. So next time, we're going to be back. Detective Comics, The Black Mirror. So 871 through 873.
Okay.
And then we were going to...
It'll be good for Halloween.
Yes. Let's see. Yeah. So, and then we were going to do like 4 weeks in a row of Detective Comics, but we might break that up with when we talk to Kyle and Dan Jurgens. So, yeah. So after next week's episode, we might get 2 interviews in a row. So,
whoa.
Yes. Oh, and
we're reeling in the big fish here.
And the Dan one will be good because that's going to be Nightwing 75.
Let's hope exciting things happen. Well, I'm sure exciting things will happen.
Yes. So
I hope they're good exciting things, though, and not sad exciting things.
Exactly. Well, he's going to be back in the suit, so. Oh, I know you were saying, there that preview page I sent you of Batman 100 where it was kind of flirty with Barbara. But again, too, remember, that's being written by someone other than the guy writing Dick's book.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. And they can't agree.
So, yeah, so I was going to say, so I don't know, I wouldn't take that as, B's fate is sealed, so.
Okay, that's good.
All right, so.
I'll try to keep my mind open and my optimism high.
Yeah, so next week, Black Mirror, followed hopefully by 2 weeks of interviews. So if you have questions, thoughts, whatever, email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Nightwing News on Facebook, Twitter. You can find links to all of our stuff, links to our YouTube channel where you can watch this video. Links to our Patreon where we're talking all things Star Trek. Links to merch, like this cup.
What's the website for the merch?
Go to TeePublic. The link's in the show notes all the time, so just click on the link. It'll take you right there. Like I said, cups, phone cases, T-shirts. Oh, and since this will probably be the Lilith and I have rebranded our Before the Bad podcast, which airs over on Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. Now we are the Night, the Batman podcast. So
nice. Check
that out. Episode 1, we're going to be doing Batman Year 1. So
that's appropriate.
Exactly. Thank you. So find links to everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. Oh yeah, you can find links to the merch there at Linktree. So, and remember to support our sponsors: Tweaked Audio, Hunt a Killer, Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. So go get that on Amazon while you're shopping for your Robin 80th anniversary special, or Dick Grayson Boy Wonder. Go pick up that book. It says if you like that Robin 80th special, you will like Dick Grayson Boy Wonder.
You will like it. Uh-oh. You must like it.
You will like it. But while you shop for all of that on Amazon, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. It helps us support this show, the Southgate Media Group Network, and that madman, Rob, Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Why did your eye drift over to my box?
That wacky Rob. All right, and I did your plug because you pretend to be shy. All right. All right, everyone. Again, come back next week. Black Mirror, and send your questions for Kyle Higgins and Dan Jurgens. All right. I have to warn you now. If we talk to Dan Jurgens, not only going to be asking Nightwing questions, I'll probably be asking Superman questions because he's right. He's written a lot of Superman, including he was in that team that did the death of Superman. So,
oh
yes,
it's intense.
Yeah, because they were going to marry him off, but they're like, oh no, Lois and Clark is coming. We can't do that. And they're like, okay, let's just kill him.
He died back in the 90s?
92, Superman died, yeah.
Oh.
All right, everyone. That's it for now. Come back next time. Same wing time.
Same wing channel.
Nightwing News. Keep flying, Justice League.